Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Major Dad and we are continuing The Acolyte. This is season 1, episode 3, and I'm pretty sure it's titled Destiny. I think that the first two episodes, they were pretty stellar, like getting into it and learning about these characters and spending some time in the High Republic, which we haven't really done before, at least you and
Don't know
I.
much about.
No, exactly. And I'm just curious to see where the story goes. So,
Yeah,
are you ready to jump into this one?
yes, I'm very ready to jump into it. And at the same time, I want to just say thank you so much for the comments. Thank you for translating the sign on the Wookiee planet. Keep out so we know what kind of Wookiee Jedi we're looking at. It's a guy who wants to be alone.
Yep.
And about all the comments, I read through a lot of them, and I don't mind you not liking it, but be civil to one another. It's okay to like, don't like, whatever. I'm very easy to please when it comes to Star Wars. If you go back to work and you ask my men, I'm not sure they have the same opinion about how easy I am to please. But when it comes to Star Wars, I'm easy to please, and I enjoy this, and I can easily look through all this fire in space and stuff like that. I mean, it's sci-fi fantasy. We're using lightsabers, we're using the Force, and a little bummer here and there. I'm okay with it. It's still Star Wars, so enjoy the ride. I do. Thank you so
Yes.
much for your comments.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, and also want to ask you guys to please, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, throw in a comment. It really helps when you do that. Also, you can support the channel over on Patreon and right here on YouTube with YouTube memberships, and really use a little bit of support right now. So links in the description and also in a pinned comment. Oh, and we also have a merch store. Links for that as well.
I was about to
Thank-
say that, but okay, you got it. You got it all.
I think I got all of it. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this. The Acolyte, Season 1, Episode 3, Destiny. Here we go.
You look exactly
There's
like
something more to that guy.
There's been another incident.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of theories, like people saying that he is the Sith master or the master character. He was at least able to, like, when Osha sort of surprised him, he subdued her pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. And it is quite obvious she's missing on purpose. I was just making a stormtrooper remark on that one, but thank you for pointing out that it's on purpose.
It's tempting, to make a stormtrooper comment when someone misses their shot in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did it on
Two,
purpose.
2 feet away and misses. That's a
Mhm.
stormtrooper. Okay, we're
Brendok.
on Brendok.
Oh, okay. So we're
Yeah.
we're going back in time to what happened 16 years earlier.
I'm quite curious about that anyway, so fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And here we have a young May or
One of them?
oh shit, one of them.
Let it go, May. Stop!
Okay,
Why do you
so
always have to do things like that?
May, even when they were children, was a bit more. Yeah.
Always one born as two. As above sits the stars, and below lies the sea.
What are you doing here? How many times have I told you it is not safe out here?
Ooh.
There will be consequences for breaking the rules.
Sabrak.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, hey. Saul.
Mm.
Already, I'm like, what's going on? Why are you spying on them? They're not making it easy to distinguish between them when they're wearing the exact same thing
Nope.
and with the same hairdo.
Let them have some spice creams.
Mama!
So, instead of ice cream, spice cream.
Yeah.
Mother on the sail.
And she's got that mark on her forehead that May also has
Oh, yeah.
in present time.
I told you this planet would be safe haven for our coven.
It is not
Our
going to
coven?
stay safe.
So like a coven of witches in the same way like the Night Sisters
Sisters,
and
yeah.
the Mountain Clan that we also just saw in Tales of the Empire. Makes sense that there are more like that.
But you're too lenient. A firm hand is required.
Osha is testing her boundaries. It's normal behavior for a child.
Twins are not normal children.
So OSHA is testing her boundaries.
What about me?
Oh, yeah.
All living things are connected by the same thread. A thread woven through all of existence.
As in the Force?
It's just
A different name for it.
another religion name for it, something.
Some call it a force
Ah,
and claim
There
to
you go.
use it. But we know the thread is not a power you wield. It ties you to your destiny. The power of one. The power of two. At the ceremony, you will experience the power of many.
Let go of me!
Concentrate.
Concentrate!
Warn you before they attack.
Well, that wasn't too lenient.
Excellent, May.
Osha, I expect more from you.
He's holding back.
What is troubling you, Osha?
She's scared.
Let your sister answer.
I don't want to do the ascension, but that's how we become witches.
Straight up saying it.
Yeah.
Witches.
You think you want something different than life in this coven. But that is because you are young. The galaxy is not a place that welcomes women like us. Witches who have the abilities we do. You and your sister are special, Osha. I want you to stay special.
All right. Learning a lot about their coven, their culture.
Yeah, background, heritage,
Yeah.
call it whatever you want, but another approach to the Force, at least.
I share everything with you, and you hide things from me or run off alone. Because I don't want to do everything together all the time. But why? Because we're not the same. Don't you wonder what could be out there besides Brendok? No.
Well, they kind of differ a lot in mind, even though
Yeah.
they're twins.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding, all because some would consider our power dark, unnatural.
Exiled from where?
We were blessed with a miracle, the gift of life.
So the miracle is the twins. Sort of, again, an Anakin situation, like there was no father.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that, or...
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Whoa.
That's the O from the Acolyte. Two moons aligned or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Good catch.
That's how she gets the tattoo
Yeah.
thing. Oh.
The mark, yeah, exactly.
Do you vow upon my death to protect the secrets of our coven and continue our legacy?
Two?
She really does not want to do this.
The Jedi!
They've sliced the platform. They will be here any moment.
Okay, yeah, and Osha, like, she didn't hit
That's
the
why
mark.
it's no. Yeah.
Hey, there they are, all four of them.
The music changed as well from dark something to Jedi music. I don't know.
Different, at least.
Forgive our intrusion. We thought this planet was uninhabited.
The all-knowing Jedi were ignorant of their surroundings.
Damn.
We are concerned that you are training children. The Republic law states...
Brendok is not a part of the Republic.
There are no children here.
They're Jedi, they can sense that.
Yeah,
Also, weird seeing a Wookiee wearing robes.
it is. Yeah.
Where is their father?
They have no father.
There we go.
They want to take our children!
The Jedi do not take children.
Hold your tongue or I cut it out for you.
They kind of do.
I think you would make a very good Jedi, Osha. Would you like to be tested and see if you could become one?
Yes, Mother.
Whoa, what in the...
If you want your Padawan returned to his right mind, I suggest you all leave.
Damn.
Now.
Mama, I want to show them what you taught me.
Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans. With your permission, of course.
The scouts will bring Osha to your camp at midday.
Both girls. Her sister, too.
With your permission, of course.
Yeah.
Or...
One drop of Jedi blood, and the Republic would destroy us.
There are only 4 Jedi. Who would miss them?
Yeah. Maybe the rest of them.
I did not bring the girls into this world so we could lose them to a bunch of deranged monks.
It is not your decision. It is mine. And I've made it.
I carried them.
I created them.
And what happens if the Jedi discover how you created them?
If they pass, the girls leave. If we want them to stay.
Convince them to fail the test.
The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good.
This isn't about good or bad.
It's
This
not...
is about power. And who is allowed to use it.
She wants to go to space.
Yeah.
I want to say what's in my heart. You have to lie.
May, you will go first.
I don't think she's going to lie. And my prediction for the moment is then May is... Because like we know something like May burned it all down or started a fire or something. And maybe she's going to do that because Osha is willing to
that
leave
might
the Jedi.
just
Or...
be the story that they have.
They're telling
for the
us,
situation. Yeah.
Do all Jedis get one of those?
After much training, yes.
Ow.
Oh, testing midichlorians?
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen. Tell us what you see.
See, the tests didn't change much between now and then the Phantom Menace.
A mountain.
Correct.
That wasn't a
Did someone tell you to fail this test?
Whoops.
I was younger than you are. When the Jedi tested me, I was only 4. The Jedi saw how special I was. But you must have the courage to say what you want.
Not bad advice.
I want to be a Jedi.
But for a 4-year-old, it's a little...
Or
little
how
soon for her.
old she is.
Yeah. He was after 4 years old, so...
Yeah. She knows.
Mama, she promised she would fail. And she broke her promise.
That man used his Jedi mind tricks on her.
No, he didn't. I told him I wanted to be a Jedi because I do.
You don't mean that.
I do. I don't want to be a witch. What's wrong with you?
Go and take a walk, May. Take a walk with Mother Coral. You get to make a choice, Osha. If you want to pull the thread, then pull it.
I'll never see you again.
Probably not.
You won't.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama. I do.
If that's what the girl wants, then...
I must discuss the situation with everyone here. But we will consider your wish when we do so.
Okay, so, but it's not 100% up to her then.
Probably not.
They will consider her wish.
At the same time, it's quite a heavy decision for a very young child to make.
It really is.
This is for life.
You can't go. We're stuck here now. It's not up to you. You can't stop me. Yes, I can. How? I'll kill you.
Damn.
May, let me out. I won't let it happen. May, please!
You'd rather she die instead of leaving? Okay, so she did start the fire.
Ryan started the fire! It was always burning since the world's been turning! Ryan started the fire!
Nice one. Get the hell out of there.
And that leads her where?
I don't know, but at least there was a way out. Oh,
Mama's dead. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
What? Okay. That's what he was talking about. He wasn't able to save May.
We must keep going.
How did they die?
That quickly went from a small fire at her room to something
All
pretty
over
big.
the place. Yeah, like there's more to this. There's some things we don't know. Some things they didn't show us, I feel like.
You have to go back. We have to go back.
No, we can't.
We must.
You'll be safe on Coruscant. And if you wish, you'll train as my Padawan. You will never feel like this again. I promise.
That's one hell of a promise.
Yeah, well, at least we got some explanation on the background and why they're at the place where they're at. Why Soul likes Ocean and so on.
Yeah, at least, the connection there from the beginning. But there are still a lot of unanswered questions.
Yep.
I feel like.
Me too. And in a time period I know nothing about, and some kind of witches that, well, know nothing about. So
Yeah.
Happy ignorant about some of the stuff, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So did I. Like, it was a really interesting story, and as you said, like seeing this coven of witches that we aren't familiar with, even though we are familiar with like other types of witches in the Star Wars universe. And like my head at least was like spinning throughout this entire episode, and really thinking about the whole thing with like force sensitive children and the Jedi, and like that is something that we've known about for a long while, is that the Jedi, they find force sensitive children, and this sounds
wrong
rough,
to take
but
them,
wrong, but like they take them away from their families, and then they would usually never really return to them, never see them again, and then they are raised in the Jedi Temple, trained as Jedi, and they follow that like the Jedi dogma, so to say, and it has always been a thing where it's like, is that really the right thing to do? And
I think it changed
apparently,
over time.
yeah, because apparently, like during this time, there was a straight up rule in like from the Republic side of things, at least, that you aren't allowed to train children in the Force unless it is the Jedi doing it. So why do they have why are they the only ones who are allowed to do that? And it's also different in this case because like I know Saul, like he was like trying to like really like level with Osha and telling her about like himself when he was taken from his family at a very, very young age, or chose to go, or however. Yeah, and that's also something you mentioned several times. Like when you're a young kid, do you really, really know what you want? Are you able to make that big decision like for your life? But yeah, anyway, it's different, I think, from the typical situations where there's a force sensitive kid and they come from like a normal family. Like this is not this was not a normal family. in any way, shape, or form. This was like they were all force sensitive. They were all using the force, and in a different way. And the matriarch, I guess we should call her, she kind of said like one of them carried them, but she created them.
Yeah.
So like she was able to manipulate the force to create life. That goes back to what Palpatine was talking about in Revenge of the Sith at the opera with Anakin. Like the dark side of the force is the pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah.
Is that why the Jedi intervened? Because like, and they also said that like we've been on the run because some consider us like that we use the force in a wrong way, or in a, like we use it in a dark way, or like I'm paraphrasing. But so yeah, those were just all the thoughts going through my head
They
throughout this
were
episode.
exiled from somewhere. We don't know where, but
Yeah,
someone was sort of making them go somewhere else to hide, to do their own religion, force witches thing there.
yeah,
And I think over time, in the beginning, I think that maybe the Jedi went out and talked to the force sensitive kids and their family, and they agreed upon that the best path for the kid would be to become Jedi and so on. So it was more like in agreement both with the kid, but especially with the parents making the best decision for the kids. And in this time period, it seems like, well, we made it a rule now. So if there's a force sensitive kid, we kind of say, well, if that kid's supposed to be trained in the force, it will be by us and only by us. So
yeah,
there's also, and the way they kind of made it with different kind of music while we were in the witches, what do you call the ascending thing. The,
yeah.
the,
The
the
Ascension.
music
Yeah,
changed, ascension. The music changed around when the Jedi arrived, so it's like different kind of cultures meeting each other, both
yeah,
in the way the Jedi was dressed and the music in the background and so on. So it sort of intrigued me. At the same time, a lot of questions in my mind. There's
yeah,
a Star Wars touch to it, but at the same time, I couldn't help thinking about the witches and witches of Dathomir, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
it there's a lot
The-
of questions. There's a lot of stuff for us to discuss afterwards because
yeah,
I might have a few questions on that one. But
yeah, yeah.
all
This
in
this
all, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Like this was like a very intriguing episode. Again, getting a glimpse into something that we're necessarily not that familiar with, and a corner of the Star Wars lore galaxy that is, because we're so used to when it comes to the Force, even though we have seen, as you said, like Witches of Dathomir, the Night Sisters, uh, and other, like we've seen the Force being used in different ways, but we're so used to it being like there's the light side, that's the Jedi, then there's the dark side, that's the Sith,
Yeah,
and Jedi good, Sith bad.
and
But
this is kind
of
of gray.
and this is more of like, or at least like it. I think the matriarch character also said it in this episode. Like it's not as simple as good or bad,
No,
and that makes sense as well. Like I do also think that like one of the strengths of Star Wars has been that it is relatively easy to see who is the good guy, who are the good guys, and who are the bad guys,
yeah,
and that has been something that they've been sticking to, sort of, but also once in a while dipping their toes into. But there are other ways to look at it, and this was
and this
definitely a new way to look at things,
it
and a
got kind
new
of
way to
blurred.
look at the Jedi. Yeah, it kind
Yeah,
of blurs the lines a little bit, and
and
maybe
mother
that's
was quite nice. She seemed kind of good,
mm,
and we don't know what they are aiming for. They've been exiled, they've been hiding. They didn't seem like they want to gain land somewhere or to just want to exist. So it's
yeah.
kind of, are they good? Are they bad? I don't know.
Again, probably not as simple as all that. Like they just wanted to do their own thing, and they had their own way of looking at the forest, and kept talking about and chanting and singing like the one, the two, the many, and how it also seems like they're emphasizing that like when they are stronger when they are together, and that was also the whole thing with the twins. Like they were also reciting something when we saw them first, like going through the forest. Is it kind of like a to draw from the sequel trilogy, something that we had in the Rise of Skywalker? There was this I don't know if you can remember it, like called like a dyad in the Force, where like
Yeah.
Rey and Kylo Ren or Ben Solo, they were like connected through the Force in a way.
Yeah.
So there's that duality as well. It's like, is that sort of the same thing that was going on with May and Osha? And again, I'm very curious about the whole, like they were created through the Force
Well,
part of it all. Like
yeah.
it's not like a totally new thing to Star Wars. Like Anakin had no father either, and
No.
as I just referenced earlier, Palpatine did talk about like the ability to create life, these unnatural abilities. And yes, the Jedi might consider them dark or wrong, but are they truly? It depends on how they're used, who's using them. There's
Some
no
great
monopoly
stuff
on the
in
Force,
that.
and
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
some great discussions
But
can come out of it if
yeah. But if I
yeah.
look at the overall Star Wars thing, this also kind of shows that during this time period, the Jedi might have gotten to a place where they will power corrupts to some point. So they are all powerful. So now they are actually. So we have set rules that means that we will take the kids, and that's
Mm,
close to where the Sith might turn up again, and so on. So I think it
yeah,
stays in line of what to be expected in this time period to sort of mash up to where we start
yeah,
off with Star Wars
yeah.
in later
Leading
on.
into the prequel trilogy, where
Yeah,
it is like a big part of the story that the Jedi have become arrogant, and they are sort of at fault for their own downfall. Sort of course, like there's also a lot more
yeah.
to it.
A lot
It's
of other
not
things.
as again as simple as all that. They're just diving more into it here, and I could imagine that the story like this and seeing this side of things, it's gonna rub some people the wrong way. Maybe the people who like really like for Star Wars to be more binary in that way, where it's good and bad, like Jedi good, that's it.
Yeah, but
But
there's
yeah.
also hints along the way where the book that Osha has that May takes, it's
Mm,
triangular and it looks like more like it's close to a Sith holocron, and you see something that sort of gives you the thought that this might be bad in some way. So I like the way that it's sort of we're playing on the dark tone of it, and then putting the nice mother in there and talking about the
mm.
force like a threat instead, and so on. So
Yeah, yeah,
intriguing.
and
That there's a lot of things that
yeah,
I need to sort of let sink in for a while, and then
yeah.
I might watch it one more time without all the lights in my face, so I get all the details.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna watch it a few more times when I'm editing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But besides, like all the thematic stuff going on and questions about this coven of witches and all, like I'm also pretty sure that what happened in the end, there's more to it. Again, what killed them exactly? Did that fire just spread so fast? Why did Torben said that? Like, why was he went into forced meditation for 10 years, and when he woke up he was just willing to kill himself because he felt what they did was so wrong. And I'm also
Something. Yeah.
pretty sure that because we only saw him like in the background there in the very end when they were on the ship again, it looked like he had a fresh scar across his face, because we saw he had a scar when he was older,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Where
it
did
looked
that
like
one come from?
he
Yeah.
just got the scar there, so we didn't see that what happened, like something happened there as well. So that's I think we're gonna see this event
More.
from multiple points of view later on
That
in
would
the
make
story.
sense. Yeah.
um
I need some more info to get the full picture, please.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly, but very, very intrigued by all of it, and as you said, gonna let have to let this one really sink in. Have a look on that. Now we can have a look online, because like we're watching this one Wednesday evening for us here in Denmark. So like the episode has been out for almost a full day. So that's why you're getting it on YouTube on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Just yeah, I think that was
I
the
didn't
key
have time.
difference from
I have
last time as
to.
well.
Oh, I'm supposed to show up and
Work.
work every now and then. So yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. You should do that. Whew, but man, yeah, that was a lot. There's some stuff to sink our sink our teeth
Teeth.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's
So
late, as I just said. So
yeah.
is there anything else that you want to mention before we wrap it up?
Like, subscribe, join on Patreon, join on YouTube, look at Merc Store, and leave a comment, and we'll read through the comments and so on. Let us know what we missed, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's
be
about it for me.
be kind to each other in the comments.
Oh yeah,
Again, I have a feeling that this episode is really, if the first two sort of divided fans a little bit, and some people like it, some people love it, some people hate it with a burning passion. Um,
it's okay if you don't like it,
more more
and
more so this one. So
yeah,
again, just be nice, just respect each
yeah,
other's opinions. If you didn't like it, fine. If you did like it, fine. Just be
yeah.
respectful,
Just
be nice.
let us know what you like, what you
Mm,
didn't like, and so on. And
yeah,
I'm fine with it. As I said, I'm easy to please. I can still see the bloopers along the way, but I'll just slide past them and say, well, it's Star Wars. I'm enjoying the story, and it's not real life, so I relax in this.
yeah. There's always going to be cracks here and there, and some things like story wise where people will say, hey, that sort of breaks with canon a little bit, or that doesn't match up with what was said here in the original trilogy or prequel trilogy. And like even something like
A coffee
our
cup
whole
in Game of Thrones. Yeah.
our whole
Even
like
like,
yeah, not necessarily that, but like even something like us joking about stormtroopers are never able to miss, and that is was sort of has been established. But then you go back to like the very first Star Wars movie, when they're on Tatooine and at the Jawa sandcrawler, and Obi-Wan says, look at those blaster marks. Only Imperial stormtroopers are that precise. And
yeah.
you never see them be precise after
No,
that.
that
Like,
it's only
so
been
is
said. It's never been seen. So
yeah, it's like, is that breaking with canon, like from the original, or like, I don't know. It's just, we enjoy it, and we hope you do as well. And if you don't, then hopefully there's something
I,
else out there for
yeah,
you to enjoy.
perfect.
That's it. All right. That'll do it for this reaction and review of The Acolyte Season 1, Episode 3. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in a week's time. May the Force be with you.
Always.